Hello, Libra North Node. Welcome to your spring equinox reading which is March 20th, 2023. And the messages will be valid. Well, I don't say valid, such a official word. But these messages are meant for March 20th into June 20th. So 3 months, a 3-month period. Do please keep in mind that these are general messages, so not everything will resonate with you. Just take what strikes a chord with you, and the rest you can leave for whoever else in your Libra North Node collective needs to hear that message at this time. If you are feeling this reading, you can give it a like, a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the Feminist Alchemist channel, which helps me connect to your energy better, and click the notification bell so that you will know when I upload. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So these readings are for the North Node placement and only the North Node placement. So if you are not 100% sure where your North Node is located, you can visit the link in the description box, which will tell you, which will lead you to my website where there's a North Node chart, and you can just look up your birthday in the chart, and it will tell you where the North Node is or was at your time of birth. What else do you need to know? All of the sections of this reading will be timestamped in the description box below so that you can refer back to it at any time during the 3-month period, or if you're not able to finish this reading in one sitting, that you can come back and pick up where you left off very easily. This iteration, this series of North Node readings for the spring equinox has to do with emerging from the cocoon, emerging from the shadow, and almost like a phoenix rising type of energy. It may be a slow rise, but it's a rise nonetheless. And so I did an Anubis channel earlier this week. You can find that in the videos as well. It's taken a podcast format, but you can find it there. And there was a lot about how the ego deals with the shadow, and how really to move forward, to expand in our lives, we need to embrace what's in the shadow, all sides of ourselves. And for a lot of us, there's been a lot of transformation happening on the subconscious level, energetic level. And now that we're walking through life and kind of, our everyday encounters are feeling different, could be uncomfortable. And a lot of us are having, are challenged in how to walk in this new vibration in our physical environment that has not quite yet changed to reflect the other changes, the etheric changes, the quantum changes that have happened in our bodies. So that is the purpose of this reading today. We will do, if you're new to this channel, I will just go a quick run through of the different sections of this reading. We do the universal energies first that tell you what big overarching energies are at play for you in the next 3 months, Libra North Node. And then we do 5D, that's messages from your higher self, from your future self. What do you need to focus on? What should you be aware of for your next phase of life? Then we do the 3D, what is showing up in your physical reality as opportunities for expansion. We ask then the question how to bridge the 3D and the 5D, so it all kind of goes in a spiral. And so we ask how to bridge the 3D and the 5D, and then after that, I will pick 4 cards, and for this month, for these readings, the focus will be grounding. How do we ground? What strategies can we use to ground our transformation, our energetic transformation into our physical reality? And then I'll pull oracle cards and we will be done. It should be a tight little hour. And I think I've told you all that you need to know for now. Yes, I do believe so. All right then, let's get started. Oh, I've already shuffled. But I enjoy shuffling. Universal energies for, oop, that was flipped over. For Libra North Node. So I'll get all of them first. Need 4 cards. Okay, so far no cards that your counterpart had. Okay. Always feel free to fast forward while I'm shuffling. Libra North Node. Okay, interesting. A completely different set of energy than your counterpart, because Aries North Node is Libra South Node, and Libra North Node, Aries South Node. Usually, you get at least some cards mirroring each other, but in this case, none whatsoever. So we have nature, bull guide, birth of angels, and clarity. I feel with nature, I feel that you have access to the universal field of love. And you'll be given opportunities to connect with this, or you have opportunities to connect with this through nature. While I was doing your pre-shuffle, I saw a lot of rose quartz, which is right there. And you see this has kind of a light pinkish tone to it as well. And I just feel that there's an opportunity for a lot of clearing of energy and renewal of energy through your connection with the natural world. In contrast to that incredibly divine feminine energy, I have this very divine masculine energy coming through of there's a potential for very quick change and overcoming obstacles very quickly. And there's the potential for standing up for yourself in places where you used to maybe shy away from standing up for yourself. I feel that you have the opportunity to be like a agent of change in the places where you're most needed. Birth of angels. I feel like humanitarian energy coming through. Now, that may not resonate with everybody, but we can all be advocates for the human race in our own way, in ways big and small. So I feel that there's an energy of you sparking divine awareness, goodness, love in a lot of people in your surroundings, whether that's just like within your family unit, in your community, or in a bigger, like more mass population. And neither one of these contributions is better or worse than the other. We all do our part in our own way. And 19 here, clarity, is indicating to me that I feel like your purpose will become clear. Now, I don't want to say purpose like once you find that out, is the be all end all of everything. We serve differently at different points in our lives. But I feel you will understand, you have the opportunity to understand how you got to the point where you are, what gifts you have been given, what lessons, what wisdom, and how to move forward from that point. So all of that is on offer for you. And they want me to go back to saying, and have the strength to push your agenda if and when any adversaries, naysayers, or people or situations that are in your way. Let's go to the 5D. What's your higher self, future self have to say about all this? Tantric journey. What? That one actually flew out. I totally did not see that coming. Oh. Heart chakra. Third eye chakra. Interesting. Huh. Transformation. I feel someone is becoming a healer. Integrity. And last but not least, what do you have for us? I felt like I wanted this one though, so I'm going to take both. Because it's kind of consciousness and presence, so yeah. Okay, so what is going on with Tantric Journey and the Bull Guide so close by? The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Huh. I'm getting two things from this. So first of all, I don't. For those of you, I'll just throw a term out there that came to mind as soon as that card popped out. It's the term bedroom bully. Bedroom bully. You can Google it and listen to the song. Is it a song? No, it's a lyric in a song, I think, by Shabba Ranks. But yes. That could be an energy that you are balancing. So basically the give and take in sensual experiences. The thing is, though, I didn't necessarily feel that in the first round of cards as any type of sexual energy here. But, I mean, as we reveal more. Okay. Yeah. So the unconditional love, the nature and the unconditional love is coming through as well. It's almost like there's this push and pull and not in a bad way. It's like not, the bull guide is not bad. Is not the negative side, and nature is the positive side. It's about balancing wills, right? So your higher self is asking you to look at the balance in your sexual interactions, sensual interactions as well. Are you asking for what you want? Are you demanding what you want? Are you demanding what you want over the other person's comfort level as well? Um, and do you have sexual proclivities, fetishes that may infringe on the dignity of the other person? Whether you are, like, there's no judgment here either. We're just talking about what the cards say and what the divine wants us to pay attention to. Whether you are the perpetrator or the person who has experienced that, it is something that needs to be balanced, because often we become different people in the sexual arena. And even when we say sexual arena, it's like it's become a sport rather than an intimate act, right? So that relationship and your relationship to your own sexuality and your own sensuality and ability to enjoy pleasure. This does not only have to be sex, by the way, because remember this card said sensual, which is any experience of the senses. We're not just talking about intercourse or sexual acts. So are you look at if there's anywhere where you sacrifice your pleasure or enjoyment for someone else's, or if you demand that other people enjoy what you enjoy without regarding their, how they may feel or their different tastes for enjoyment, right? As far as the heart chakra is concerned, the frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. And the key that that resonated when I read that was harmonizing the mind and the body. Once again, are you doing things just for sport, or do you enjoy your senses? This is a very interesting energy altogether. Yeah. And I kind of have to read all of the energy together at first, and then we'll see which cards want to come out and be spoken about in more detail. I'm feeling that there's a need to be more assertive about your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, and your likes and dislikes. There is a need to be clear on them, right? Third eye chakra, to be clear on what you want. Now, there's no throat chakra. I mean, there's some blue in here to denote, speaking your truth. But I'm feeling that right now it's more of an acknowledgement of how you really feel. So I'll say this is not going to apply to everyone, but one specific thing is if you are having casual sex because it's quote unquote expressing your sexual freedom, but you naturally are more of, I have to be in love to be intimate, then that is like, you don't have to be, you don't have to express music video sexual freedom. Sexual freedom is about freedom to express your sexuality. If yours is more, you like to be one-on-one and in a deep commitment with someone and have unconditional love and respect for each other first, then that is great. You are not a prude. There's nothing wrong with you, right? It is, freedom goes both ways, right? Um, and that goes for any type of enjoyment in life, right? For sure, we make compromises sometimes to adhere to the group, for example, and for the greater good, like for to keeping the peace in the group, right? We are not always just asserting our individual needs and expecting people to bend to them. It is, however, important that you recognize when, this is not my favorite thing to do, but I'm going to do it because, it makes this situation like more enjoyable in the big picture. However, once again, crossing a line within yourself is not something that the guides are encouraging. Right? It's a fine line of understanding. So we're moving to transformation. The energy of transformation supports our ability to gracefully flow through times of transition, allowing the old to make room for the new. I have to go to this one right away too, they say. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. Yes, some of you are in something that's just like not really vibing with the deeper ethical, moral person that you are. And once again, please don't take those words as conservative, or it's just, if you have an inner compass of what you believe is right and wrong and you're acting against that in life, it causes friction within yourself, right? It causes discord in your spirit. And if nothing else in this life, be honest and about what you think and feel, because there's no true resolution to anything if you're not being honest about your experiences and what you think and feel. People don't have to accept it. They don't have to like it. We all have our slightly different perspectives, sometimes wildly different perspectives on things. But I'm feeling that it's time for you to release a certain way of being that is kind of accommodating others at the expense of your integrity. Consciousness and presence. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. The energy of presence supports our ability to focus our full attention and stay in the here and now. I feel, Libra North Node, that you are a very consciously aware person. Like you also seem to see a lot of the good in people more than others do. But what that does then is sometimes it blinds you to the fact that other people are pushing their own agenda. And you may at times, this is not for all of you, so some of you may be in category A. Category B, you may not be aware of when you're a bully and are pushing your agenda. even if your agenda is of highest integrity and, purest intention, you cannot force people down a path that they don't want to go. They're not going to get out of it what you think they're going to get out of it. And if you're the only one whose ego or needs are being satisfied, then you're not, you're not doing the other person any good by pushing them into something that they don't want to do. And you are not doing yourself any good by allowing yourself to be pushed into something you don't want to do. So at all times, I feel your higher self, your future self, simply wants you to always be aware of your truth and of your higher knowing. Your third eye seems to be very strong, right? But you may ignore it to keep peace with other people because they don't see what you see, right? And I feel a lot of you, your third eye has actually gotten a lot stronger in the last 6 months to a year. And this could be causing conflict because you're realizing more about the people in your environment. And you may be realizing how unconsciously they move through life, and you are becoming more conscious. So your guides want you to know, do not become unconscious for the sake of not rocking the boat, right? And it's all circling back to this tantric journey. There are some of you out there who are in kind of a toxic sexual relationship or a narcissistic relationship, and you're ignoring the signs. And it's draining on your energy to be in, sexual union, intimate with someone who is taking more than they give and is also not respecting you as you should be. I'm going to go to the 3D now. We have the Magician in reverse. So this is what's happening in your physical reality as opportunities for expansion. We have, what is that card? The Universe. And this is called the Universe, but it's the world. Ooh, that flew. We have the Tower. And then we have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay, the Magician in reverse, I feel like your life has been changing and you don't know, it's almost like you don't know where these changes are coming from. And this, and I feel this being mirrored, the Magician in reverse and then the Tower in the upright, I feel these are mirroring each other because things are breaking down and I feel that it's kind of blindsiding you at this time. It's almost like, where did that come from? It's coming out of left field. What is happening is consciousness, presence, and this card here, the world. If you are ignoring your calling, the universe will get louder and more obnoxious. That is the word that they gave me. I'm sorry. More obnoxious about what they're trying to tell you. Like, they're just blunt and to the point. They will rip the rug out from under you. And because it's like, it's time. We need you to understand that you can no longer ignore what your inner being knows to be true. And with the Magician in reverse, you could also be having too many negative thought patterns. But what I'm really feeling is that you're unconsciously creating. And that is dangerous for you. Dangerous for you because it means that it's difficult. You'll have difficulty getting a grasp and getting a hold on, stopping this momentum that you have created. I also feel, though, it's because some of you have this narcissistic personality, gaslighting, someone telling you negative things about yourself. I feel this person in your life presently, but some of you, it may be the remnants of a relationship. It could be romantic, it could be familial. But with the tantric journey, I feel like it's, no, it can still be family if you were like sexually shamed by someone in your family, for example. Long story short, the Magician in reverse is telling me that there's some manifestations that are happening in your life that are from unconscious thinking and from a negative thought pattern. The call is there, so the light is there. If you look around you, the light is there. The hand of the universe, if you see in this picture, the hand of the universe is there. So your inner knowing knows. You may need to, we're going to ask how to bridge this, but I'm already feeling that you may need to meditate more, or specifically on that topic. You need to be just more aware, conscious and present. The call is there. The Tower is a lot of upheaval. The major energy that I'm getting, though, is that this upheaval is within relationships. There's conflicts coming out of nowhere. Right? There's more antagonistic energy around you. People trying to push your buttons, trying to get the best of you. And this can also be because you are going through an up-leveling transformation and people are witnessing it. And it means that you'll be letting them go. And they're trying to keep you anchored to, this heavier, doubtful, I don't love myself, or I'm not lovable type of, or there's something wrong with me. I feel someone trying to plant these seeds, or they have planted those seeds. I feel someone trying to destroy your confidence as well. I'm going to leave that for now, and when I get to the next set of cards, we're going to go into that further. But I also feel you breaking out of your shell. Let's go to the next one. So Queen of Swords, gentle mastery of the mind, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I heard plant the seeds and watch them grow. Yeah. Yeah. So going back to, sorry, I don't know why I made that noise, but going back to this magician in reverse, there just seems to be a slowdown of, no, not even going to say that. There's been some rotten seeds planted. There's been some bad seeds planted. Now, you may already be seeing these bad seeds growing, or you see the root problem of some of the less desirable situations, arrangements, relationships in your life. Like you're starting to see the root of them. The universe is trying to reveal to you the root of them. So I have to take a moment to explain to you about this deck I'm using. This deck is called the Quantum Tarot, and I normally do not use it for like this area of the reading, the 3D physical reality. I always use it for, what's happening in the quantum field. And, but for this reading, because there's so much happening in our physical reality that is the universe directly communicating with us to help us be more aware, to be aware of our vibration, to be aware of how we are moving through the world and how our words, thoughts, and actions are being reflected back to us. This is the reason why they wanted this deck for the 3D. So if you were thinking in the 3D, I was going to say you're going to get married in 6 months or something like this. That's not the type of information that's coming. This is like a quantum explanation of the fabric of your physical reality right now. If that feels like it makes sense. You're being given opportunities to master your mind. And so they're showing you're being shown in your physical reality how your mind is creating your reality, how your third eye and your heart, whether it's open or closed, is creating your reality. The nature card over here, the nature of your reality and what it is built off of energetically, vibrationally. The universe is trying to give you opportunities for you to see. Well, it's not trying to. It is giving you opportunities to see. Whether or not you're aware of them is the other question. So let's see how to bridge the 3D and the 5D. It's moving right along. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. I want it upright. The 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Ooh. And the 9 of Wands. Under the deck we have the Lovers. All right, so 5 of Swords in reverse. I feel here that the first words that came to my head was shut it down. Shut it down, shut it down. Shut down any negative thought patterns, shut down anybody who tries to tell you you are not as good, pure-hearted, worthy, lovable as we all know you are. And shut down even competing with them. It's like, don't argue with a fool. Don't argue with someone who's determined to be right. Just leave them. Just leave them be. And that's the first step, because they also just like showed me someone who is in an abusive relationship. If it's dangerous for you to stand up for yourself in a certain way, and if you don't feel safe leaving just yet, it's important that you energetically protect yourself or change your response to the person. But some of you just need to like really get out of this situation that you're in. Out. Get out. Like yesterday. I feel like I have to go around and come back to it because it's giving me a few different vibrations. With the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups, know that you have a lot that you can call on support to help you balance your mind, right? You can simply ask, guardian angel, please help me align with more positive thoughts. Please help me release myself from the cycle of negative thinking, right? There's a burden. You need to relieve yourself of a burden. Going out into nature, because we have the bear and this nature card here, going out into nature and even whispering to the trees, listening to the wind, you do need to relieve yourself of burdens, mental burdens, actively. Actively work towards relieving yourself of mental burdens and taking yourself out of cycles of negative thinking. Also, there's a need to not blame yourself. Yes, you've created things with your vibration, your intentions, but you're not doing any good now by beating yourself up about it. What's done is done. And what's in progress, you can still change, right? And the 7 of Cups here with this dove on the new moon is mirroring the 7 of Pentacles. I feel you're being advised to be clear on your emotional state, right? And to create from your heart. Understand as well that, the heart can be broken, but it's not necessarily emanating a negative vibration, right? The heart, the portal of the heart is very honest and clear and true. It is us who misinterprets what it's saying or does not want to hear what it's saying, right? But what it's saying is trying to lead us to a place where, this portal here, like take this new moon as a portal of like a void of creation. And the dove is like lives in the heart space. It's always seeking peace, harmony with itself and with others. Oh, yeah. So someone out there has vengeful thoughts. Don't do it. Revenge only hurts you in the long run. It may feel good in the moment, but it will not serve you well. I'm going to go to the Knight of Cups. Yeah. In this transformation, you have a new kind of emotional makeup. And it's not even new. It's actually just going back to the root, the purity that you came into this world with, and adding to that all of the wisdom that you have accumulated. So there is a necessity for you to be bold in your actions and to be unapologetic for being the personality, the soul that you are. The Knight of Cups comes in with an open heart and integrity. The word integrity just keeps coming up. Integrity, integrity, integrity. And with the Nine of Wands, I feel with the Nine of Wands, you have to be accepting of other people and take other people as, even if you see something deeper in them, you cannot change how another person sees themselves, especially when they're, their ego is attached to that understanding of themselves. So you may see the good in everybody, but everyone comes with their light and shadow. Let me hold this. But everyone comes with, the dark wolf and the white wolf. And it's what makes us whole. The three and the moon there. So we actually have four. But yeah. Acknowledging it in yourself, acknowledging it in others, and not sacrificing your integrity to show someone, like to be the, how can I put it? There's some people who just don't deserve your time or attention. Everyone is deserving of love, and but we're talking about unconditional love. We're not talking about you needing to put up with someone that deep down has a good heart but treats you, nastily, right? And that goes as well for those of you who may be not on the receiving end but are the perpetrator here. If you're cutting down other people, you have to look at how you feel about yourself. And if you're determined to dominate other people, you have to look at what that means about yourself. Consciousness, presence of why, of what and why. Will it be a challenge? Heck yeah. But it doesn't have to be as much of a challenge as you think, right? It all begins with understanding that there's light and shadow in all things. And that no matter what is in the shadow, we all deserve to be whole, to feel whole. And we are always whole. It's just we sometimes forget. So I'm going to go to your grounding cards now. So how can we ground this transformation that you have been going through into physical reality? So we have the Knight of Fire, which is the hero. We have the Knight of Earth. There's the Seneschal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but we have, see, these cards are getting like the same as Aries North Node. 10 of Fire. Oop. And the 4 of Earth. Okay, grounding cards. How can you ground this transformation into your physical reality? The Knight. This is another bear. You should look up bear symbolism. And then who's this? The boar and the bear. The boar and the bear. And you have a bear over here too. Be bold. I keep getting be bold. This is something, it's very interesting. I feel like there's a need to assert yourself quickly. There is a need to assert yourself quickly and save yourself from this up here. And there is someone very specific where it's like, I keep just hearing, get out. Get out. But the more general what I'm getting is, it may be uncomfortable to assert yourself right now, but you must assert yourself. And because it's not going to get easier. What happens if you don't assert yourself is that it builds up and then it comes out as anger, and then, and then these same people who are trying to cut you down are like, oh, look how irrational. Oh, he or she is crazy. They're crazy, right? So asserting yourself without losing your temper is an important step in your evolution. The bear and the boar. It's almost like, with bear and boar, they have an imposing energy, and they make you very well know when they're going to attack. It doesn't come out of nowhere. Like, when you're in danger, when they're ready to come at you, to charge or whatever they're going to do. You need to have a more imposing character. Even though it may not feel natural to you. You need to have a more imposing character. And that's something that you can carry from your Aries North Node type of thing. Not Aries North Node. Your Aries South Node experience, which you have, is something that you can carry. That fire of knowing what you want and being willing to stand for it, right? With the 12 of Earth, I'm still getting this energy. I got it with Aries North Node as well. Gathering your resources. Gathering your resources. Quickly. I feel there's a very clear warning for someone here that I'm going to say it again, and I know it's for someone specific, but it just keeps coming through. Get the fire under your backside, pack your stuff, and get moving, because it's a critical point for you. That's not for everybody. And it may be for more people than I think. It's just not necessarily having to do with being in a dysfunctional relationship, right? It could be another type of dysfunctional situation. Gather your resources and be very clear about what you have and what you don't have and what you need and what you don't need, right? I feel that you need to be aware that life around you is, you can't ignore the changes for much longer. Whatever situation you're in that's changing, you cannot ignore the changes for much longer without putting yourself in a unfavorable position, right? This 10 of fire, grounding message. Do actively work at cleansing yourself of all ideas of yourself that do not resonate with how you truly believe yourself to be and know yourself to be. Do actively clear your chakra system, actively clear your belongings as well. I feel for many of you, like Libra North Node, this awakening moment, this emerging moment is about really being honest about where you are in life in relation to where you, not just where you want to be, but where feels like, where really resonates with the high vibrational, loving being that you are. Because I feel that a lot of you, whether it's relationship or job or just your living situation, that it does not resonate, like it's detrimental to you, and that clarity is coming. Four of Pentacles, Four of Earth. I feel you've been trying to hold something together for a long time. Hold yourself together, hold the relationship together, hold a household together. The universe wants you to recognize your strength and all that you do and all that you have done up to now. There's a great moment of realization awaiting you. And once you are accepting and open to seeing your situation in a different way, then you'll be able to see your more the real honesty of your role in the bigger picture of everything that has happened, right? But I also feel that you do have to realize that you are holding up people and holding up situations by you sacrificing your integrity and what you know to be true. And once you acknowledge that, I'm sorry, this is going longer than I thought it would, but this reading, once you acknowledge that, that role and decide like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. Yes, a lot of ish around you is going to crumble, because how many people and situations can you hold up when no one's holding you up, right? Let's go to the Priestess of Light Oracle. So I'm doing your final oracles now, and we will see. For this part, I just read directly from the guidebook because I find that it just sums everything up exactly how it needs to be summed up. So I'm going to pull one from this deck and then one from the, maybe I am pulling two from this deck. So we have Earth Magic, Fearlessness, Removing Obstacles, Twin Flames, Soul Partner, Eternal Connection. Ooh. Like, I'm wondering if that's the relationship I was feeling. Twin flame connections can be, I don't do those type of readings, but I've met my twin flame. Was not easy. I can tell you that. And you don't have to be in a relationship with them. You can just meet them and say, hi, nice to meet you. Have a nice life. And from the Inner Peace Oracle, we have number 38. The collective field is impacting you. Unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? So I'm going to read from all three of those. Bear with me. I did not mean for this reading to go so long, but the energy takes us where it takes us. Earth Magic. The energy of this priestess of the horse brings movement and magic into your life. The horse, a creature of power, has long represented freedom. This card signals that the time is right for you to free yourself of the obstacles blocking your movement forward. You may have been hesitant or even afraid to face these obstacles before, but there is a greater courage growing within you now. Take a look at your life to determine what needs to be done. The obstacles may be external to you, perhaps a friendship, a place, or even a job or task that brings negative energy to your life. Or the blocks may be more personal, taking the form of worry, self-criticism, or other negative thought patterns. Unhealthy or self-sabotaging behaviors and habits could be blocking you as well. All these obstacles, whether inner or outer, may be a part of your daily life, and as such may seem insurmountable. But it's time to fearlessly choose to prioritize and honor yourself. This beautiful galloping steed represents your true power to break through, to remove old obstacles, and to move forward on your soul's path. The grounding energy of the earth will always support you and bring real magic when you make the honoring choice. And the affirmation with this card is, I have the power to remove any inner or outer blocks. I am fearless in my choice to honor myself and my life. Enough said is what I was saying. Let's see what Twin Flames is saying. I feel this second one came up for someone very specific, or a couple specific people out there. The radiant connections shown on this card reveal a potentially life-changing message for you. The appearance of a twin flame is on the horizon, and it's a directive of your karmic destiny that you reunite. Many people consider twin flames to be romantic connections, soulmates called back together from previous lives. This could indeed be the case for you, and this card may be announcing the homecoming of an abiding love. But there are many types of soul partners. They can take the form of loving parent and child, business partners, scientists working together on the same discovery, composer and lyricist, environmentalists with a common cause, or any other duo united in the intention to enhance the earthly experience of others. So don't be distracted by the similarity in appearance of the souls pictured here. This message is about a perfectly matching resonance that vibrates with mutual recognition and higher purpose. The tiger that stands between these twin flames represents great passion. This may manifest in a physical relationship or represent a project that is compelling to you. Be encouraged, for the brilliant beam of light is pure spirit, and you are being blessed and guided by divine consciousness. So get ready for a profound relationship, one of twin devotion to each other and to a higher cause. And the affirmation is, I am open to finding a deeper purpose in my life and to finding a soul partner who will share my higher intentions. And the guides are saying that the most important part of this card is the affirmation. So I will say it again. I am open to finding a deeper purpose in life and to finding a soul partner who will share my higher intentions. All right. And the last oracle here. Okay. Okay, the collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action. When you are on a personal growth and spiritual journey, before long, the work starts to work you. When this happens, the only thing left to do is surrender. You may feel stuck, and often it's because of unseen forces impacting your spiritual and emotional journey. The collective consciousness is one of the biggest influences in our life. Its unseen forces push against us every day. They are shared beliefs, ideas, and moral attitudes that operate as a unifying force within society. So often, the collective patterns are those of fear, suffering, and anxiety. You've pulled this card because a lot of what you are feeling right now is not yours. It has been picked up energetically from those around you, from the planet's collective consciousness. One conscious, loving thought at a time, you can move yourself into a more peaceful state by disengaging with the collective energy. And the divine assignment here is patterns from your family history, your lineage, your DNA, and your ancestors could also be blocking you. Sometimes habits, patterns, thoughts, perspectives, and beliefs are passed down through the generations. It can be difficult to know if your past is affecting your present and therefore shaping your future. When you have no sense of where your patterns or emotions come from, you may be acting from a place of your ancestors' patterns. You may feel like it isn't your pain and you're acting on autopilot. You can balance your emotions by going into meditation or simply asking your higher self for clarity. Okay, and I have a final, like I promise, a tiny little card. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. I feel that for you, Libra North Node. So, Libra North Node, it was a lovely hour and 10 minutes, it looks like it's going to be, and I wish you all the best. Know that you are not alone on this journey. We are all in this together, emerging from a time of great, deep exploration into the self. And yeah, there'll be some people around you who were not doing that work, and yeah, you'll notice. But There's a lot of us out there doing this work, and know that you are supported and loved and encouraged every step of the way. I wish you all the best, and I will see you again. Take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.